What's up, everybody? This your boy, Bellamy. This is Top Billin, the #1 podcast for the movement, the discussion, and the conversation. We are doing big things. We went to the Bay Area on this one for all the true lovers of hip-hop, for people who love independent movement. We got the perfect artist, LaRussell. The streets have been talking about him. His movement is original. Backyard concerts. He's doing stuff for the people. He in the community, spitting freestyles on everybody platform, blowing up their microphone. Can we give a top bill and welcome to LaRussell, everybody?
Honored.
Yo, man, you're a young killer in the game right now, man. Hey, listen, bro. I like the vibe of independent. I love the vibe of being original, like not trying to chase the wave, create your own wave. What was the thing that made you say, I just want to be? I consider you more than a rapper. I feel like you're a pure artist.
Come on.
Yeah, I think it's more to you than just rap. I mean, that's how you communicate it, but you feel like an authentic artist.
Yeah, man, I'm an authentic human.
Yeah, right. You say, I'm an authentic human. Let's start with that. How did LaRussell become created? Like, what was the spark that got you to start thinking about writing the way you feel and how you visualize the culture?
Man, I've always, since a child, wrote poetry. I used to be drawing a lot actively. Me and my sister started rapping. Like, she used to just be playing songs over the boombox. And
right.
She'd start writing raps, and she'd be like, you write something, right? So I write a rap, and from there, it just kind of grew. I never stopped. Like, I never really had this vision of making it as a rapper. I just always loved to rap and write, and I never stopped.
Correct.
And now we just here with it.
Yeah. Like, you didn't see the internet coming. You just was writing and rapping as a kid.
I would just own it.
You was just own it. And when a couple of the clips that I've seen of you, one of the things that I feel is very, very an important part of who you are is how you display the culture, like the words that you choose, the phrasing that you choose to talk about the struggle in our community, or the way you see the way things are going on with our women. You have a lot of concerns. Is that intentional? That we get that message from you, since a lot of people in the hip hop now feel like, okay, well, people just rapping and doing catchy stuff. Like, you like almost a throwback young cat.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not intentional.
Right.
Just like man, I really be journaling. All of my songs is my journal, and my diary gets shared publicly. You feel me? So nice. It's like all of them deep thoughts, you just naturally get it in a song. So I'm always just writing what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing. I fall off the bike, and that's a lesson to me. And next thing you know, it's a song.
You got a song about it.
It don't really be intention. It's just like me literally just expressing life.
Because it comes across to me like your vessel. And by that I mean, it's like your body is just the instrument for the emotion that's coming through you. Right. And it's and it comes across in a melodic way. It's like when you freestyle, it's more than a freestyle. Like it touches your spirit somehow. I'll be like, and you be sitting all calm, smiling, but you be spitting straight nitro though.
It's a sermon, man.
How did you get your following going so well, man? When did you realize people are starting to connect with me?
Early. I had dropped my first project in 2018. And I wasn't even hyperactive on social media, but the response in my real world, I would go to work and give out my demo. My pops would give out my demo. I gave my first album to the UPS driver who used to deliver at my house, right?
Right?
I gave it to him. He came back 2 weeks later. This man stopped the truck, turned it off, and hopped out and was like, what the fuck was this you just gave me?
Right.
You feel me? So I was getting early signs this is it, before the world was even picking it up.
Right, so you knew you had something.
Definitely.
Now, how do we go from, all right, I'm giving it out at the barbershop, I'm giving it out to people, that I know, to just boom, now we a wave?
Man, a culmination of things. Okay. We start doing a lot of work after that first project. I start doing my own shows and figuring out logistics. I invested in the merch. I ended up leaving my job and start really working on content and developing other artists around me and just kind of teaming up with the homies and partnering with my pops to grow the business.
Right.
And it slowly starts scaling. And then in 2021, we finally had a piece that really like pushed through more than the rest, right? And it ended up going viral. And the Wallows picked it up, and the Meek Mills and the Russes. And from there, it was just a landslide. And once we kind of got that momentum, our foot was just on the gas. You know, my pops had challenged me to drop a piece of content every day for 30 days. Just one, right? And I was like, I don't know, right? But we ended up going on that run. And to think now, we drop like 3-4 pieces a day every day. We turn 30
y'all not
days
playing.
to
We printing.
365, you know?
But that's what it takes, though.
Right.
You know, it takes that discipline. It takes that, you know, that work. A lot of people just want to get to the destination. They don't know what it takes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of levels to what you're going to get out of. You can only get what you put in.
That's it.
That's it.
You
know what I mean?
Exactly what you work for. None more, none less. Right.
You ain't no cheat code to this.
It ain't no cheat code.
How do you do all this stuff independent too? Are you doing it's a couple people that I know. Simba from the Bay, he came through Top Billin. He killed it as well.
Love it.
I love Simba, and also too Chance the rapper.
Yeah.
I feel like Chance. You know, Chance is one of those cats that I admire as well because he did it his way. Like, and then they came around the other way. You know what I'm saying? So, are you following sort of that blueprint of being as independent as possible?
Definitely, and creating our own wave. It's not even fully about independence to me. It's just about like building something that makes sense and building true infrastructure and owning the things that we create and being able to empower my family and my people. Like, my homies really work with me, right? We don't have no system or machine. We are the machine. So when you see 1,000 pieces of merch being sold, that's because my homies is in the garage pressing 1,000 pieces, right? There's no manufacturing company overseas. And when you see albums going out and when you hear this music is being made, like, these are things that we really touch with our own hands. A show, you know, when we go to LA, I have a bus of 20, 30 people who have roles and jobs to make sure this show is going to go as planned. So
that's dope.
It's just about really owning the infrastructure and empowering the people around us.
Yo, LaRussell, I mean, you sound like you about 63 years old. You know, you got the wisdom, but you're such a young guy. But that's beautiful, though, man, because I believe a lot of times God blesses certain people with a gift, and it's what you do with the gift, you know what I mean? And you have the vision and the foresight that I think are beyond your years, because I've never really heard anybody just really, really break it down as a business and have in your mind that I want to travel my business with my people forward so that we keep the control of what we're doing and then we grow together, because there's going to be other seeds that blossom out of your effort.
Man, it's already been so many. You know, we've got to see numerous careers come out of this, and everybody got an opportunity to take their own lane and grow their own business from this one. Like, it's been really beautiful to see everything. It's a sprinkler system, right? You turn the sprinkler on and you start watering, and over there you get flowers, and over there you get fruit trees, and you just get a bunch of shit in different places once you finally see the sprinkler working.
Do you have in your peers right now, who do you feel in the rap game has influenced you the most?
Intriguing.
That's a good one, right?
That's an excellent one. Probably Nipsey. I'd have to say Nipsey, Hove, Russ, Chance, of course, E40.
Definitely.
Independence wouldn't be what it is without Master P. Man, just everybody though. Really, man, I'm someone who take pieces from everything. Everything I love.
The good stuff.
Right. I'm gonna take all the good stuff and take what I need and leave the rest.
Like, you got here literally. You sat down not even 10 minutes, and people started noticing you and walking by. There was a kid Right here, my man. He was he's literally quoting your words. That's incredible, bro.
Legendary.
That was something that happened in a real. I witnessed this.
It's real life.
It's real life.
It's real life.
That should be your album, man. It's real life. Like
Right.
you ain't talking it ain't no shenanigans, ain't no catchphrase. It's just real life. You spitting it what it is.
Come on.
And that reminds me of guys like DMX. You know, X was like that. And you know, his voice, his resonance at that time was so powerful. He made you listen. And people was always talking about the bark, but the words was crazy.
Right.
And you are on that. You ain't barking, but you barking.
I be growling. You know, you gotta, when you in that zone, you gotta get a little growl or barking. I finally understood it. You know, it took me a long time to understand why that nigga was barking. But I finally got it. You know, when that energy in you, sometimes you gotta let the dog out.
You gotta let the dog out, man. You have already done that with your career. I mean, 21 independent albums?
25 now.
Oh, my bad. I'm slow. I'm behind the gate right now. 25 independent albums. You 28 years old?
Yep.
That's a lot. That's almost an album a year for every year you've been on the earth.
Yeah.
Damn. That's gangster.
Come on.
And you just getting started.
I'm just getting warmed up.
What is the biggest audience you played so far? What we thinking?
Greek Theater?
The Greek Theater.
8,500? Nah, I did a Shoreline Amphitheater. That was like 20 or 30,000.
Yeah, Shoreline go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Shoreline.
Yeah, that was nuts.
And that Shoreline Amphitheater is in the Bay, ain't it?
Kind of on the outskirts
Yeah,
of it.
it's outside
Mountain
of San
View.
Jose.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I performed there before that, and it's outside. And
yeah.
So when they was in there one day.
Man, energy, crazy.
For all the people that are listening, when you are an entertainer and you're in a venue where you feel the energy of the crowd and you know they love you, they came to see you, it's more than a crowd. It's like a high. It's a high like you had some Cuban coffee or something and you because you can tell when artists are locked in, when they tapped into the energy of their
zone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't, when I do a show, I'm gonna see if this happens to you as well. It take me a long time to calm down because I'm on such a high from the energy of performing. Like I can't just go and have a cup of tea. You know, I'm kind of wild up like for about 2 hours before I calm down.
That's funny. After shows, I be like, I go sit and get in my space. Like I be able to come down, you know, out of that, right? It's like a light switch.
I know it's really an interesting ride to perform, and now you're seeing your audiences grow and you're doing different kinds of venues. But I still like if you could keep those little intimate ones in there too, because that's why people love you.
And we
and
always
it's so
gonna do
organic.
those. Like, I love it. We did the pop-ups in Brooklyn, and they both sold out, and was just packed with 1 day's notice, you know. And I love that energy and that intimacy because it's different. It's real. Like people really want to see you. It's just it builds a different environment. Man, they know the words.
Bro, I was just watching you on this clip, and because I've never seen anybody do a backyard. I performed in the backyard when I was little.
Gotta come to the backyard.
I was in the cookout. I was at the cookout doing jokes. But when I watched the way you did it, it was so dope. It was like, how do I describe it for people who are listening? Imagine going to a very, very intimate concert, but it feels like a huge concert, but you're in a small space and everybody's touching, so the energy in the space is like enormous. That's what it felt like.
Exactly.
And y'all rocking. It's almost like a mosh pit thing, but without the moshing, but the energy of a mosh pit when everybody's riding the wave, and it's your wave, you created.
It's a sacred space.
I think what you're doing is an inspiration to the next generation. Like, I'm sure your peers as well, but I'm just saying it's somebody that's 10, 15 that might watch this on YouTube, listen to it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and go, oh my God, I want to write like LaRussell, or I want to be able to be authentic and be my true self. We need that in the game.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? 50 years of hip hop and we got you.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 50 years of hip hop birthed you. That's amazing, bro. We need all these new children to be able to carry the torch another 50 and be able to inspire other kids to want to to say what they see, to make music, to create a wave, or whether it's your art, whether it is your music, whether it's your songwriting. You know, that's what Top Billin is about for me. It's like shining the light on every special, gifted, talented artist and giving them a platform to tell us, like, wow, like you're doing right now, like your passion for the music, your passion for the people, and the history of our people. Like you basically a professor.
Come on.
you basically a young professor. And then you did something that I've never heard of before, where you go to an establishment, you buy it out, and people can pay what they want. What made you come up with that concept? That's super dope.
Man, just accessibility. You know, I remember being a young nigga and not being able to afford everything that I wanted to do. So with me, it was just like, instead of setting a price on something to me that's so priceless, right? Like my time and my energy it's hard to put a price on it, right? It's just the value is so high. So instead of me setting a price on what I'm worth, I'm just gonna let you determine that, and you could live with whatever you choose I'm worth for that moment. And it's beautiful because we see people come to shows and they'll pay a certain amount, and after they'll send me a donation because
yo, it's way more than that.
Right? You feel me? But
right.
They got to get that experience because they were able to afford it. You know, like I'm not gonna turn someone away because they're $1 short.
Okay. And that's really wonderful, man, especially as you build your grassroots fans, because they locked in forever.
Forever.
That's a connection that very few fans ever get from an artist that say, look, you matter to me. So I'm not here to try to like, oh, my ticket's got to be $150 and that's the only way you're going to see me. It's like, yo, you going to come see me. You going to want to give me whatever you want after that, because I'm going to take you somewhere that is impossible for you to get by yourself.
Exactly. It's an experience that like $100 don't even represent the value in what I bring. You know, like, so there's just no amount that's representative of the energy that's going to be created and the healing you might get from the experience.
When is your next show? I want to come see you.
When's the next joint?
Come on, where y'all gonna be at, man?
We got Seattle and Portland this weekend, but you got to come to the backyard. April 2nd.
April 2nd in the yard.
Yes,
where you going to be?
We in Vallejo. I'm at home.
Oh, I gotta
it's
come
in my
to the
backyard.
crib.
You gotta come to the crib.
I'm gonna tap in on
please.
You gonna spaz.
Yeah.
Cause you think I ain't gonna come. I'll pull up on your ass.
He ain't gonna come. Y'all hear it live? Y'all hear it live on there?
April 2nd. April 7th, we at the backyard in Vallejo.
Yeah.
Yo, if I walk in that backyard, that's the type of shit you gotta have too. Like people pulling up on you because they love you, bro.
And it's been that experience.
Absolutely.
And it's been so beautiful because you get to bring people back to their human state. You know, a lot of people that we reach a certain level of celebrity and we ain't coming to a backyard no more. But it's like with me, if LaRussell's there, it's like they coming and you get to be back in that human state. You get to be around people who are just like, who admire you, but we all here for the show. You feel me? Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing, and you get to eat, pots be cooking, or we have somebody from the
grill,
block
you be smelling like some ribs over there.
You feel me? It's an unbeatable
you got some
experience.
Stuff in the cooler.
Right.
Is there as far as like producers, because your beats is crazy. I mean, I'm a real music lover. With producers, do you have a team, or do you kind of like have cats submit sometime, or how does it work with your producers?
Yeah, both. So I got a few homies that I love. Like if I can't find someone new, then it's like, all right, I got the homies always, you know. And me and Tope has 6 albums. Me and Dom has 2. A lot of my producers, we do multiple. We work together all the time, but I'm always looking for new ones, and I'll get some of the OGs who'll send me packs and stuff. So I'm open to working with everybody. If it's fire and I love it, we working.
Well, I got to ask you this question because I feel like you, J. Cole, I'm going to say you, J. Cole, Chance, Simba is definitely, he's like right there where y'all just taking over young bloods in the game. I'm trying to think of somebody else that I like that is more of a conscious kind of rapper, like Nas too. Like, so it's like if you had all these artists on a show, that would just be like, that would be like an all-star jam.
Man,
can we make that happen? Can we get y'all?
We did.
So we got the young. So we got the young cats. We got the vets,
with the
and then pop-ups. People popping in.
right? And we've been building that with the
Okay.
backyard. So the dope thing about the backyard is like you never know who'll pull up. You know, me and Simba did a joint together with some of the homies and brought the whole city out, and you never know who's coming. So you might come for a LaRussell show, and you might get a performance from somebody you wasn't even expecting to be there.
Right. And how do people follow you? What do you have? What do you have?
Everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm at LaRussell or Good Company on everything.
This is a fun question, right? Your freestyles are so ridiculous, right? When you go to LA Leakers or you go to, you know, Breakfast Club or you go to 85, is it 85 South? No, Sway.
Yep.
You go to Sway. Are you like, I gotta save one for them? Or because you know they want it.
Right.
You know you got it. You're like, let me go in my bag real quick.
You know, it got to be something special. You know, we did special pieces for those.
Right. Because I always wonder, because I like, they never stumble. Like the guys who come in freestyle, they always be good. Like I have jokes, they don't all work. I be like, damn, how y'all have y'all rap so smooth and you don't fall off, you don't miss a beat, you go bam, boom, bam, you ride the beat on point, your timing is crazy. I guess that's the gift.
Yeah, you got to be prepared. You know, it's like basketball. Every game is a new game, but you still shot your 10,000 shots. So you feel me? You
so we can go.
Exactly. So when it's time, when it's that time, it's that time.
So on my show, I always love to near the end of the show, we always do a show called Fun Facts. No, we call All Facts. At the end of my show, we do a segment, and it's called All Facts with Top Billin. Today, we are going to do All Facts with LaRussell,
Come on.
the Bay Area King. I'm going to ask you a question. All you got to do is tell the truth. That's it. That's true. Okay.
Easy.
All right. Cool. You get an opportunity to do a classic duet, like a Mary Meth, back and forth. You can do a classic. What artist would you think would be the perfect compliment to you, and why?
Jane Hancock.
Jane Hancock.
If you haven't heard of her, go look her up, and that'll tell you why.
Right. Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the one.
One of one.
Okay. If you had to put 3 of your favorite rappers in front of you and you had to close the show and they all got standing ovations, who would those 3 rappers be?
Pac.
Oh, my God.
Nipsey.
Oh, no, that'd be crazy.
And Hov.
And then you close the headline.
Yeah.
With that right there, you gotta go gorilla on that.
Right.
One. Yeah, because you know those 3 artists right there it's gonna be a mud hole left.
But it's different.
But you different. You gonna put them on your
When you come to the backyard, you're gonna see why it's different.
I like this guy. What's the next album we dropping? What we doing right now? Tell me what's the next thing so we can tell the fans.
What we got next? I ain't even titled it yet. But I'm thinking the end of March, early April, we finna drop. We got one with some I just got albums on albums just kind of stacked. You know, we got an influx of music. We ain't no short there. So I got another 10. So
earlier you said you dropped an album basically for every year of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean you already up 28.
Man, by the time we going for Wilt Chamberlain numbers. We putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Oh my God. So how does one come from Vallejo, get out here in this game and start to really rumble with these cats? And by that I mean you're rumbling in a sense where people respect you the way you are. They like what they see, and they actually feel like you that guy. I've seen it a couple times. You said Nipsey, I've seen it with Nip. I've seen it with Pac. There's certain like J. Cole. I've seen it with Chance. I've seen it time and time again where these guys. It feels like every 2 or 3 summers, here comes a guy that comes up, and it's like whoa,
right,
yo. And I feel like right now, this is right before the craziness. So what I want you to promise me is, because you're going to be doing huge stuff, you got to keep the backyard a part of it.
Of
because
course.
because the thing about that is it's always gonna keep you connected to your fan base, and it's always gonna keep your feet in the grass, so to speak. You feel me?
Definitely.
Because now that you're getting big, it's crazy. I know it's gonna seem crazy because y'all gonna be doing big arenas and this, that, and the other. But when you come back to the backyard, oh my God.
And that's the thing, like we've learned,
so
like
live.
we've gone and done the big shows, and they don't top the backyard. You know, there's no feeling like that. It's just different. We home.
We got a couple people that have been asking about the backyard and how do they get down. From what I understand, LaRussell, it is an instant pop-up situation. You decide you want to do it, it's gonna go down. I mean, no tickets going. So, well, how you get in? How you get into the backyard?
So this is like a really exclusive thing. We created this model called offer base, right? So we don't set prices on anything. Where you get to go in our portal. We created our own ticketing site. So it's a Black-owned ticketing website, and we sell offer-based ticketing. So you go in and you submit an offer, and what's dope is it's like lottery. Like, you don't know if you're going to get in or not, right? You end up getting an acceptance, and then later you get the address. It's a whole little process to it that builds up the energy.
The suspense,
you feel me?
yeah.
So no one is guaranteed a slot in there. You just got to put in your draw and your offer and see if you land.
And what's the website for people that want to get their tickets for the April 2nd now? Or
What's TBA.com. It's some shit that we own. I'm a co-founder in. It's our own shit. We built our own infrastructure and got everything.
This
Come
thing
on. Yeah.
Hey man, this dude the new Barry Gordy, man. He Motown in a Parker jacket, Jack.
Come on.
He is not playing with y'all. And let's talk about your company, Good Penny.
Good company.
Good Company, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your company, Good Company. Merchandise.
Legendary.
Music.
Touring.
Tech.
Man, stock, tech, everything, creative. We got recording studios. So we just bought a big estate in Vallejo. I got 4 commercial properties and 4 residential units, and we're really building a creative compound, video production suites, editing bays, recording studios, everything an artist needs, right? Because I come from Vallejo. There's no infrastructure there. So for me to have made it, you have to be great, right? For anyone to even look your way. There's no labels, there's no television, no nothing. Nothing. You really have, if someone's looking at you, it's because you did something great, right? So we're just building all the infrastructure that we lacked, and it's me and the homies, and we finally got some property under our belt.
Yeah, and that's really smart because you build your own field. Like, they say if you build it, they'll come. In your situation, you finally found a way to build a home court where you can play, you can produce music, you can edit your videos, you can do your merchandise, and that's perfect. You cut out a whole bunch of mistakes having it in one place.
Yes.
Yeah.
We cut out all the middlemen.
Yeah, and just also too, like, what if you just get inspired? Like one night, you chilling with the homies and you just come up with a concept. You ain't gotta go all the way to San Francisco or go all the way to LA to start laying it down. You just go in the gym.
Done.
It's done. And then we can fix it tomorrow. Exactly. Let me just get it. For me, in comedy, I always keep my voice memo with me, right? So sometimes, like, I'll be driving or something, and I'll get like an idea for a joke, and I'll just tell myself real quick, yo, this is crazy joke about a old lady when she did blah blah blah, and I put it in my phone, and then I'll say, okay, when her teeth fall out, so I'll know what I was thinking about, like that. Do you do that with your songs, or do you have to write them out?
I do that with songs and everything. I do that. I'll be having little mementos of just skits and jokes, and so I've been privately writing a stand-up. So that's one of the things I'm gonna do.
Oh, you serious?
Man, I got some good material, and it's all life. It's just like the raps. It's just life.
Yeah, when it's really your life. I had a comedian ask me this weekend. He was like, yo, B, man, I don't know how you could still, be funny all this time. I literally almost said what you said. I was like, well, my life is so bugged out. It's like I'm not telling you nothing like some made up kind of like right. My life truly is a bugged out life. Like I meet you here today. We do top billing. Tomorrow I might be at the Grammys. The next day I might be on a plane in Wichita. Or I don't know, but every day something crazy happens in my life, and I'll be like, yo, man, I'm meant to be a comedian because I'll be seeing funny shit all the time. It feel like funny shit follow me. Right? Is that how you feel about your music? Man, sometimes you be like, wow, life is crazy.
Everything in life gives me a lesson. Mm-hmm. Everything.
So do women in your life say, please don't write about me, Russell? Don't. I mean, please, Russell, don't say that. Don't say that about me.
Nope, everything goes in raps.
He's like, no, everything goes.
You know, it's life.
I was listening to one of Drake's songs, and I'm like, yeah, he obviously, Drake been through some things. I can tell by his writing, he definitely done had some good ones and some bad ones. You know what I'm saying? And when that Hotline Bling, there's a couple joints where I'm like, yeah, he writing for some real shit that happened, or like when I could tell he likes strippers, Houston, Atlanta, he be in them strip clubs. But your vibe to me is more like Nas in the sense where your pen creates these very colorful and moody sort of vibes. So you could be up tempo, having a good time with the wordplay, but then you can make us think because it's some soul in there and there's some real texture. You feel me? So I'm like, man, that's a beautiful array of emotions to have, because that's why you say life and it comes off like that.
Exactly.
Because that's how life is. It ain't no one line.
You ain't gotta make it up. You ain't gotta think about it too hard. All you gotta do is let it flow, express it. It's just life.
My man. LaRussell, everybody. We in the building. Top Billin, the #1 podcast for the movement, the culture, and the discussion. We the only ones that's doing it, baby. Everybody, this your boy Bill Bellamy. This is Top Billin, the #1 podcast in the country for the culture, the movement, and the discussion. We have a Top Billin exclusive from none other than LaRussell. He is the voice of the culture. He's a movement. He's a Bay Area monster. Check this out. Ooh wee.
African nigga in the European whip. Like we ain't come here on no European ship. Fuck your opinion, shut your European lips. Money and murder, that's that European shit. I know better, I just hold my tongue. Niggas yelling out Toda while I'm on my run. Happily wave back as I hold my gun. I seen a lot of niggas die, they all look like me. Know your rights get denied when you look like me. Yeah, we both from different sides, but you look like me. How come the man in the mirror never look like me? Unfamiliar, quite peculiar, do you know yourself? Are you tending to your garden, do you grow yourself? Are you living in the past, do you hold yourself accountable for all that's bad like you owe yourself? A new life, a new bitch, a new you. Some new goals, some new hoes, a new crew. You know them, you know us, and them too. You know who everybody is, but who you?
Let's go.
I ain't trying to preach cause I hate that shit, but I see niggas dying and I hate that shit. Smiling all the time, I gotta fake that shit. I hate 20 shots, why make that shit? Sharing all this pain for the income I could gain. Great granny was a slave, why would I ever cop a chain? Gave us band-aids like that could ever stop the pain. Niggas used to hang for these songs that I sing. Niggas used to die for these pictures that I post. Niggas used to die trying to get a right to vote. Liberty and life, they say we got a right to both. But we ain't had rights since they drug us off that boat. Took us from our land, then took our land from us. Cost an arm and a leg, they really took our hand from us. Threw us in them cages, taxed all our wages. Taught us their religion, rewrote all the pages. Been this way for ages, threw us in the mazes. Made it off them cotton fields, now we on the stages. Rapping about ass cheeks, we rapping about chains. Rapping about Benzes, we rapping about games. Rapping about oppression, we rapping about pain. I'm rapping about all that, I gotta share the blame. They rapping on the contract, they rapping for the fame. They rapping in the slave deal, we clapping while they hang. Come on, man.
Yo, that's straight fire.
We had to set it off one time.
What? It's a Top Billin moment.
Running from across the street, come on.
Come on, y'all feel it? Y'all feel it? That's the energy, man.
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
Come on.
LaRussell in the building, Top Billin exclusive. It only happened in Hollywood.
It only happened in Hollywood.
Yeah! That beat is crazy.
Right, that's one of them.
Oh, yeah. That's that gorilla beat. That beat make you want to spit something crazy. Lord have mercy. And then, but see, this is the thing that that I was saying earlier that I love about your music. You paint such vivid pictures and you spitting some real shit. So it's not like it's almost like you in class.
Yeah.
You literally like in class
It's
while you
notebook
vibing.
out.
You like, yo. And once you hear it the first time, you got to play it one more time, and you hear it, and you like, yo, my man killing that shit.
Come on.
Because it's so truthful. And it's melodic, but it's so truthful. That's why I said to you earlier, it feels like you wise beyond your years.
You got to put the medicine in the food. Come on. You know?
You know.
Top Billin, baby. Let's go.
LaRussell, what are we doing?